Well, welcome again, live Dorchester Dolphins hockey from the Flight Exec Center in Dorchester, where the Dolphins are facing the Thamesford Trojans. Heading into tonight, of course, this was a meeting of a couple teams that faced off in the semifinals of the Southern Ontario Junior Hockey League Championship last year. Dolphins were able to dispatch the Trojans 4-0. Did get a chance to talk to a number of players from both sides today. So we'll just start playing the interviews. Hopefully you enjoy.
Dorchester Dolphin defenseman Jordan Fuller, number 5, third-year member of the team. And Jordan, you all set for tonight's game?
I think the boys are ready to go. I haven't played Thamesford yet this year, so it's good to see what they're all about.
Last Friday, an impressive performance by you. I mean, you didn't give up going to the net, getting the tying goal, and then you turn around, you got the game winner in overtime. Tell us about that.
Yeah, the first one was just pretty lucky. Got a nice bounce in there, and don't even know how that one went in. And the second one just picked off the pass and made a nice move somehow. And got some open ice and beat JP, which is hard to do.
Big weekend for you guys last weekend with 3 games on tap, another 2 tonight. This weekend.
Yeah, it's been pretty busy. We have another busy stretch coming up with a game on Wednesday and then 3 next weekend too. So hopefully the boys can all get here and have a full lineup.
Now, you're a third-year member of the team. How do you compare this year's squad to last year and year number 1?
I think once we get going, I think we're going to be just as good as last year, or maybe even better. Maybe add a few more pieces, but I think we'll be able to contend as good as last year.
Thamesford obviously struggled heading into tonight. What do you do when you got a team like that who has struggled? I mean, obviously you can't take them lightly.
Yeah, you can't take anybody in this league lately. You see that with lost to Mount Bridges. But it looks like they've been playing a bit better lately, so they do have some good players.
Jordan Fuller, number 5, defenseman for the Dolphins. Dorchester Dolphins captain Brian McCauley, number 26, and Brian, you guys all set for tonight?
Yeah, we're short a few guys, but I'm sure we'll be ready to go.
And how tough is it when you are short guys, or it depends on who it is, right?
Yeah, it depends on if it's D or forwards too, and who it is, and I don't know when. We have 3 lines. We've done that a lot this year lately, so I think we'll be used to it.
Busy stretch for you, 3 games last weekend, 2 games this weekend.
Yeah, we just gotta keep playing hard, dump it in where the team's down, play like we can play.
You guys struggled right off the start this year, but everything's kind of turned around. Was there a moment in time that you can pinpoint where it's like, oh, wait a minute, things are starting to come together now?
Yeah, kind of. Like, we were all just like new to each other, getting new lines at the beginning, and then we all just kind of started meshing like 2 weeks ago. They kind of came together and started getting chemistry with our line mates and that.
You've been playing with Mike Warby and Chris Carrero a lot. How's that been going?
Good. We seem to have good chemistry, starting to get good chemistry in that, and we know where each other are going to be. Everything, it seems to be working out.
Thamesford on a roll of late, a bunch of straight wins for them. How do you take them tonight?
Obviously, like any team, we can't take them lightly. Just got to get off to a good sit back and let them play. You got to take it to them right off the bat.
With 8 in the playoffs, obviously not a lot of pressure to make the playoffs. You guys are in the top of the division. But what's the goal then become to get that better seed, to get the home ice advantage? Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, we just can't take any games of our advantage. We want to take that top seed so we have the easier route to the finals. But yeah, we can't give up any easy games, throw out tough games, but just can't be giving up those stupid ones like with the bad mistakes and that.
You guys struggled with Lambeth the first couple times you played him. Was that a big win last Friday?
Yeah, that was a big win for us, and we hope to do it again. I think we play next weekend. I think it's the weekend after, but we hope to win that one too and win the season series against them.
Score McCauley, number 26 for the Dorchester Dolphins. Before the Dorchester Dolphins coaches, head coach Luke Ramsey out of town, Darren DeVries, taking over the reins with everybody else tonight, pitching in and helping out. Any difference with Luke here tonight?
Well, things will run the same. Mark Van Vliet and myself will continue to run things as normal. Obviously, Luke would normally control the bench, and if he had some ideas or some things he wanted to do, he would just come down and talk to us. So
I got to put a shout out to him because he will be listening tonight. So if you could pinpoint obviously you guys got off to a slow start this year. Pinpoint that one moment where you went, ooh, this is starting to click and starting to get better now.
Well, I think we had a lot of new players. We've added 7 or 8 new players this year. So I think once the guys start to get used to each other, they gel. They get confidence in each other, and I think we're starting to see some of that now.
With obviously the Dorchester Dolphins have been able to generate big crowds compared to a lot of the other junior C teams. How much different is it playing here for you guys than playing on the road?
Obviously, a crowd is a huge advantage. I think the guys get excited. A lot of teams that come into town get really excited because they don't get to play in front of crowds like this. So it's a boost for both teams. Our guys are used to it, but teams that aren't, they really enjoy coming to Dorchester.
Obviously, a busy stretch. 3 games last week, 2 games this weekend.
Yeah, the boys have been working hard. We've had some decent practices. As the boys mentioned earlier, we're a little bit short, but that's not going to really hurt us. We're fairly strong. All 3 lines are equal strength, and we've got 6 strong defense as well, so I think we'll fare okay.
Talking about some of the biggest additions to the team, obviously Chris Carrero, and we're getting Ryan Tuffin aboard this year, as well as guys like Mike Werby.
Yeah, that's obviously a benefit. We had to replace, obviously, Brady Vergestrait and Shane Rhino. Those are some big shoes to fill, and these 3 guys that have come in have done an outstanding job.
What should the crowd be looking for tonight? What should the crowd be looking for tonight?
Well, I think tonight will just be a quick game. I don't think we're not worried about the body as much anymore. It's a tougher game now. It's called pretty tight, especially with the new headshot rule being really enforced. So I think it's more open ice, get the puck deep, and go hard.
Darren DeVries is one of the assistant coaches for the Dolphins. We're here with one of the Dolphins rookies, Michael Blue. But Michael, you played so much in the playoffs last year that they almost got to waive your rookie status.
Yeah, I played a lot, so it feels like I'm part of the team last year, but still, mine doesn't really matter.
How big of an advantage was it getting all that ice time with the team last year heading into this year?
It was good. I got used to the speed and everything, so I came into the year knowing what to expect and whatnot.
How big of a difference is it from midget to junior?
Pretty big. Everyone's a lot bigger, kind of quicker, but it's not crazy different. It's better tempo, I think.
You've been playing forward and defense. How tough is it to switch back and forth?
Going from D to forward is pretty hard because it's a lot more tiring, but forward to D is okay. It's not bad.
And you've played both growing up the whole time?
Yeah. My whole life, basically, just back and forth.
Obviously, that playoff run last year was pretty special. What do you have to do to win your league and get back to something like that this year?
I think we all just need to stay focused and come together as a team, play as hard as we can every single game, and pick each other up when we're not doing too well.
How much fun is it playing with your brother every night?
So much fun. Yeah, it's okay. We don't really, it's just like teammates. Everyone else is the same, so it's not bad.
Michael Blue, number 7 for the Dorchester Dolphins. For head coach Dick Howard, and Dick, you guys got off to a slow start this year. Looks like you got everything turned around the right way.
I think, we were missing a lot of players at the beginning, so, you're playing with 9 or 10 players. Makes it tough, and that's what happened, so we'll see how the rest of the season goes.
What about tonight's game against the Dolphins?
We have a full lineup tonight. I think we had 11 games. This is our 4th with a full lineup, so that'll be good. This is the first time we played Dorchester this year, so we'll see what happens.
You've been involved with Thamesford for a long time. You've drawn players out of Dorchester for years before Dorchester got a team. How cool is it just to have a rivalry so close?
It's good. Like I said, it's they're only 8 kilometers down the road, so it makes it interesting. But every team there, everybody knows each other, so I think it's a rivalry every game you play.
What should we be expecting tonight from the Thamesford Trojans?
I hope that we work hard and see what the results are, because like I said, I haven't seen Dorchester play yet, so I want to see how we stack up against them.
Dick Howard, head coach of the Thamesford Trojans. Thank you. Well, getting all set to start. We got one more interview to play. That's Jake McCall of the Thamesford Trojans. We'll get to that in just a minute. Right now, just get set for O Canada, and then we'll kick it off. Dorchester Dolphin Hockey on the Dolphins Radio Network, brought to you by Bill Blaney Insurance Brokers. Glad to
have you join us here tonight, getting set for a dynamite tilt between the visiting Thamesford Trojans and your hometown Dorchester Dolphins. Well, just getting set to go. We got that interview with Jake McCall from the Thamesford Trojans.
Jake McCall from Thamesford, one of the Trojans. You guys all set for tonight's game?
Oh yeah, we're all ready to go.
A couple big things heading into tonight. Obviously, Dorchester's a defending league champion. Does it get your team up a little more playing the defending champs?
Yeah, you come here, lots of fans, great atmosphere, so we just gotta try and amp it up.
You guys struggled right at the start of the year, but you've kind of turned things around the last few weeks. Can you pinpoint a moment where everything just kind of clicked and came together?
I wouldn't say just one moment, just getting our guys back and fighting injuries in the early season. Now we're starting to tear things up a bit.
What's your background?
I played North, just usually double A, so just like playing there and not too many other teams.
How'd you end up with Thamesford?
I just a couple scouts just came, asked quite a few of my teammates and I.
Excellent. And what about playing tonight in front of a big crowd here?
Just gonna try and forecheck as much as I can, really, and just try and get the puck in deep.
Jake McCall, one of the players for the Thamesford Trojans.
So that concludes our pregame show. We're about 25 seconds into this one. Dolphins now underway with the Thamesford Trojans. Dolphins skating left to right, wearing the home blacks with silver and red trim. On the other side, it's the Trojans in their road whites, trimmed with Kelly green and gold. Here come the Trojans now bringing it up. They'll bring it up to center and dump it in. No shots on goal yet here as we're about 50 seconds into period number one. Dolphins trying to get it out. It's Tuffin along the far boards, unable to get it past Jack Saunders. Loose puck in front. Here's a chance, blocked by Chad Berlott. Took it off the shin pads, and the Dolphins are going to try to get it out. And they will get it out over the blue line.
Trojans with the first shot of the game, but in close. Berlott couldn't get his shot off. It'll come out. Wrapped around the far boards. Along the near boards, Tuffin bumps it in. O'Shaughnessy with the puck. Holding. He'll dump it across to Berlott. Berlott. Back to O'Shaughnessy. O'Shaughnessy holding. He'll send it to Tuffin. Tuffin takes his shot just wide.
Comes out to the blue line. Fuller will keep it in. Now there's a rink-wide pass by Berlott. And Tuffin tried to pull the trigger on it, but just couldn't. Wholesale line changes for the Dolphins now as Berlott playing on the top line here tonight with Tuffin and O'Shaughnessy. Of course, the line of Carrero, McCauley, and Warby, they've been clicking as of late. Now here's Dewberry with a shot. Hutchison makes the save, and net for the Trojans tonight. That's Alex Hutchison. It was a Dorchester Dolphins goalie back in the 2012/13 season. Now here come the Trojans back the other way. A chance in front.
Mike Lindner in net for the Dolphins.
That was Blaine Russlin who tried to bang that one home but couldn't. Now the Trojans back in their own end where they'll regroup, played along the near boards. McCauley knocked it down. Now McCauley again with it on his stick. McCauley still digging at that puck. Now he's got it. He'll try to flip it down in the corner, and he will. Centering pass. Warby's out there with him right now. along with Chris Carrero, recent addition from St. Thomas Junior B Stars. Tyler Blue plays it along the boards to McCauley. He'll leave it for Warby. Warby now through the neutral zone. Big Mike Warby tips that puck in. Hutchison will play it, though. Here come the Trojans back the other way. Alex Lumini. He takes a long shot just wide. Out to center now.
Mascheroni to Blue. That was Michael Blue. Mascheroni taking on the near boards, lays the hit. Michael Blue coming back. It'll come back to the D and dump back in. Spencer Beer takes a bump after he dumps.
16:25 left to play here. Period number 1. Shots on goal, 3 for Dorchester, 2 for Thamesford. No score so far. Here come the Trojans. Through the center ice. 3-on-2. Odd man rush. Shot knocked down by Jordan Beer. Here's Mikey Blue back the other way. At the blue line. He'll fire it in. Chad Burlott, first man on the scene. Burlott will get there in a hurry.
Burlott sends it out front to Tuffin. Tuffin loses it. It goes back to the D. Shot, and it's in! That was tipped by Tuffin. Shot from the point. That was number 17.
Dewberry on the shot from the point. Tough to tell exactly who tipped it on the way to the net. Somebody tipped it, though. It was about pad level. And next thing you know, it was right up over Hutchison's shoulder.
I believe Tuffin tipped it. I'm not entirely sure. It could have been a Trojan.
The Dolphins on the board first, 1-0 Dorchester. A little less than 16 minutes left to play here in period number 1.
Down the ice. It'll come around the near boards. Trojans with the puck. Big hit. Burlott drives his man to the boards. They'll come back out. Caleb Dewberry rushes back to get his man, but it's Fuller who the puck comes out to. Fuller picks it up again. Tried to take it himself, but lost it to a Trojan. And O'Shaughnessy across ice to Burlott. Burlott lays a nice move, but couldn't keep the puck. It comes back out to Dewberry. Dewberry.
Oh, big giveaway, an offside on the Trojans.
Dewberry had a nice little pass Dewberry passed it over to Jordan Fuller, and Jordan Fuller had a nice little pass between his feet.
Except they gave it right to the Trojans.
Yeah. Would have been perfect if there was a Dolphin there to pick it up.
Assisted by number 91, Brian Coffin. That's Dewberry from Coffin at 4 minutes and 4 seconds.
So for Dewberry, his second goal of the year, there's a Trojan in the net, bounced off the post, ref waved it off. Now the Trojan is trying to get it set up, man in the slot. He can't pull the trigger. There's a chance knocked down by Lindner. Then Lindner took a poke from Garrett Hickey. The Dolphins obviously took objection to that. .35 left to play. And a big shout out, a happy 52nd birthday. Gary Spurgeon, one of the Dolphins trainers, turning 52 today. Happy birthday, Gary.
And new to the Dolphins, just came on, number 6, Brady Duncan. Just picked him up, I believe, yesterday. He's playing defense tonight. Nice save by Lindner. And a shot from about 30 feet. On the near side. Trojans with the puck. Crossed. And it's up and out of play.
Yeah, tipped out of play. Another souvenir puck donated by Steve Young Plumbing and Heating. And tonight is Tim Horton's night. Tim Hortons, Chris and Brenda Forgs in London, owner of the Tim Hortons here in town. Big supporters of the Dolphins and minor hockey as well. I don't even think they call it junior tyke anymore. I think it's just Timbit hockey. And Chris and Brenda help out with that a ton.
Yeah, and then on the way back from Timbits hockey, you go and get a couple Timbits.
Timbits, coffee for mom and dad.
Yeah. That's ice. All the way down the ice. Face off. Deep in Dorchester territory. Face off to the left of Lindner. Mike Lindner.
Back to the point. There's a shot. Gets tipped out of the way. Now wrestling with it near post is Johnny Riddell. Riddell with a long shot.
Oh, and it's in.
Tipped in. Nice tip by Jake McCall, who we heard from in the pregame show. And McCall, the leading scorer for the Trojans with 16 points, make it 17th, ninth goal of the year for McCall as he tipped that one in. And it's 1-1. Puck neutral zone. Riddell, McCall, and Billings staying out there for the Trojans. It's going to be Riddell, plays it back to the D. Off the boards to McCall. He can't corral it off the boards, and it'll be back down in Thamesford end. 12:52 left to play. Going to be Jake McCall, far side, gets it out to Dewberry at center. Dewberry will fire it back in. Hutchison steers it to the corner. Now it's Derek Courtney picking it up. He'll play it far side. Head to Billings. Billings 1-on-2. Backhand pass. And you would think with 4 Dolphins out there, one of them could cover the trailer. But nobody did, and the Trojans able to generate a pretty darn good scoring opportunity out of it.
Fate after another icing. Face off to the right of Mike Lindner.
Thamesford double goal for number 11, Jason Paul. Assisted by number 6, Derek Courtney. And number 9, Johnny Riddell. Final goal 6-4-2. Jason Paul, Derek Courtney.
So a call from Derek Courtney and Johnny Riddell. That's goal number 1 for Thamesford. Warby streaking through the middle. He gets bumped by Alex Lunai. Loses the puck and it goes down into Trojan territory. Warby delivers the hit behind the net. Now here come the Trojans through the neutral zone.
Crooks made a nice play to knock the puck away from the Trojans. It comes in. Lou lays the body behind the net. Out along the far boards.
Tyler Kerr couldn't pick it up. It would be Lumini. Getting in for the Trojans. Back behind his own net now. And Warby's going to the box. I believe Stravos Mandrapilas was tripped up by Warby. You're going to call him for a cross-check. It was definitely behind the play.
Too bad we don't have any instant replay.
So the Trojans on the power play, 13.04% this year. 8th best in the 9-team league. So the Trojans near the bottom in power plays. Dorchester only number 6, though, in penalty killing.
Dorchester calls a penalty to number 11, Mike Warby, and 2 minutes for a cross-check.
Long shot from the point. Loose puck knocked away. It was Matthew Smallman with that blast. Now here's another chance for McCall, and he loses it. Nice stick check by Michael Blue. Effort. James Toy back to pick it up now. The captain, he'll leave it.
It comes back to Toy. Takes it through center. And to the forward. A shot. Nice save by Linder. Kick save and a beauty.
Trojans working the puck, trying to get it out front. There's a chance, in close. Nice save by Lindner. Had to be sharp here in the early going. Toy will keep that one in. Goes in the far corner. First one on the scene will be Duncan. And he'll chip that one out. Brady Duncan, first game for the Dolphins. Wearing number 6. Offside the call and a face-off now down in Trojans territory.
Face off to the left of Hutchison. Nice save. Comes all the way back out. Dewberry sends it all the way back in.
Dolphins would like to thank and acknowledge
35 seconds left in
the road for
the Trojan man advantage
as
as Fuller takes a stick to the face. Up and into the rafters and out of play.
So another souvenir puck donated by Steve Young Plumbing and Heating. Trojans trying to get set up. There's a shot. Save made by Lindner.
18 seconds left in the man advantage. It's still 1-1 here in the Dolphin Dome.
There's a chance, side of the net, didn't go. Now circling is Dakota Hill. Back in the corner to Hill, he's got Mander Pilloff out front. Backdoor to the defenseman, nice play. But Ben Kerwin, who snuck in from the blue line, couldn't corral that pass. Now Kerwin again. He'll circle behind the Dolphins' net, tries to wrap around, fires it in front.
Warby's out of the box, we're back to even strength.
Long shot, Lindner handles that one. 9:01 left to play here in the first.
1-1 here in the Dolphin Dome. Shots 11-6 favoring the Trojans. Head contact, I believe. No, a hook is the call on Trojans. Ian Burden.
So the Dolphins are going on the power play for the first time tonight. The Dolphins, number 1 power play unit in the league, 26.23%. So 1 out of every 4 power plays, the Dolphins are converting.
It's 2 minutes for booking at 11:09. For booking at 11:09.
That goes all the way down the ice. There's 20 seconds of this power play killed. Crokes with the puck behind the net. Crokes takes it out along the nearest boards. Carrero with a shot just wide. McCauley makes a nice move. He'll go back to Carrero. Carrero holding to the point. Shot from the point, and it's in! That was McCauley on a shot from the was by Probst. And I think it was tipped on the way to the net, bounced off Hutchison, and then came right onto the stick of the cabin, and he punched it in. Brian McCauley with his 8th goal of the season.
So the Dolphins add to their league-leading power play total, and they have been stout with the man advantage this year. They capitalize there. Dewberry now wheeling back in his own end. Going to bring it up the near side. Got O'Shaughnessy. And Tuffin with him. A shot tipped off a Trojan stick. Chad Brulot lowers the boom far side. Back the other way come the Trojans. That's a shot that goes wide. And Dewberry now leading the rush again. Dewberry behind the net. Circling, trying to center it. There's a chance in front. Tuffin, beauty pass to O'Shaughnessy. But O'Shaughnessy got tied up. The puck right inside his skates. But a nice play by Tuffin to feed that to O'Shaughnessy. So the Dolphins come in second place in the league with 18 points. Trailing leading Lucan Irish by 4. And they'll see the Irish Wednesday night in Lucan. Here's a chance back the other way. And another souvenir puck up into the crowd, courtesy of Steve Young Plumbing and Heating. So the Dolphins a chance to creep a little closer to first place next Wednesday. If they can go win a tough road game in Lucan against the Irish. Lumini will feed that one down into the corner. Duncan, he lost the puck. Backdoor, Lumini, nice try. But they couldn't capitalize on it. Now here's Tuffin.
He makes a nice move, caught in the skates of the Trojans. Jump back in, everybody changing. Here come the Trojans.
It's Lumini, left side. Man going to the net, but puck tipped away. Tyler Kerr takes a bump on the boards, plays it out to center. Trojans had to wait to the blue line as the puck went in. Now Prokes was off the boards, now tipped out to center. That's where it's picked up by Garrett Hickey. He couldn't make a play. Now Michael Blue through the middle to Tyler Kerr. Blue, nice play by Mikey Blue.
Kerr got tripped on his way to the net. Beer to Blue. Blue lost the puck to a Trojan.
Centering pass, bounced away. Mikey Blue, near side. Takes a bump, keeps on trucking. Now Tyler Blue. He'll play the puck into the Thamesford end. James Toy leading the rush back the other way. Over the outstretched hand of Tyler Blue. Blue now fighting for the puck, picked up by Matthew Rinker. Rinker will fire it back behind the net, centering pass. Tyler Blue kept it out of harm's way. Blue plays it off the glass. Here comes Mikey Blue.
The other Blue. He takes his shot just wide.
Mikey Blue, good job getting out in front of that one, and it got him a breakaway opportunity. Then he shot it just wide.
And here's an interesting stat. Since the Trojans' first penalty, well, that's a high stick, but since the Trojans' first penalty, which was, 5 minutes ago, 4 minutes ago?
You're the one telling the story.
Since then, the Trojans haven't had a shot, but the Dolphins had 4, so they've closed that shot gap.
Shots on goal in the Thames OK Tire shot clock. 11 for Thamesford, 10 for Dorchester. Puck fired in behind the Dolphins' end. It's going to be Fuller picking it up. Tried to play it out. It didn't go. Cameron Mancini. Now Mancini couldn't get the puck back the other way. Carrero out there with Warby and McCauley.
McCauley grabs it, drops it back to the ice, loses it, and it'll come all the way back to Fuller in the Dolphins' end. It's out to Carrero. Carrero with the puck. We'll send it back to Warby. Warby can't take the shot up. When he does, it's too late. Bad angle. Fuller takes a shot. Bounces off the Trojan. Breakaway. But Dewberry was able to get back there. Tied up his man. And now he's stuck to his man.
That was a good scoring opportunity for Ian Burdett of the Trojans.
Ian Burdett going for a Gordie Howe hat trick. He's already got the penalty. He's a third of the way there.
Now it's Lumini back to pick it up for the Trojans.
O'Shaughnessy forechecking. Come around your boards to Burlott. Burlott makes a nice move. Brings it out. It goes out to Prokes. Prokes fires it in the corner. Everybody clears and they're all back in. It comes out to Tuffin's got the puck.
Oh, nice centering pass. And
Burlott.
O'Shaughnessy fan on the one-timer. So Chad Burlott getting billing on the top line here tonight, joining O'Shaughnessy and Tuffin. There's a chance back the other way. Stravis Manderpillis tried to backhand shovel that one at the net and it didn't go. Now Tuffin throwing the body in the corner. Burlott with the puck. Tried to hit him. Puck back behind the Dolphins net now. Prokes with it. Around to O'Shaughnessy. O'Shaughnessy goes rink wide and then takes a late hit by Manderpillis.
21 hits 21.
Oh, nice pass by Tuffin.
To Blue. Blue dumps it in off the ref's skates. Mascaroni got the puck and he got hammered.
He skated right through it, though. Good job by Lucas Mascaroni, the 16-year-old.
Goes all the way down the other end of the ice. Face off to the left of Alex Hutchison. $11 shots apiece on the OK Tire shot clock. But it's 2-1 Dolphins. There's only one stat that matters in hockey, and that's goals. And wins and losses, and so on and so on.
So icing the call, face-off will go back in the Dolphins' end. So everybody except Lambeth in action tonight. Elmer's in Mount Bridges, Exeter at North Middlesex. And Lucan on the road. Playing Port Stanley. Elmer's up 1-0 on Mount Bridges. That's the only score to report so far. Elmer 1, Mount Bridges no score. So we'll keep you abreast on the rest of the happenings in the Southern Ontario Junior Hockey Circuit as play moves on tonight. 2-1 here for the Dolphins. There's a shot by Thamesford. Went just wide. It was Matthew Smallman.
Here comes Michael Blue into Trojan territory. He makes a move. Tried to send a beautiful pass back to Carrero. Carrero couldn't get to it in time. It comes back out to McCauley. McCauley to Carrero. Carrero couldn't get his stick on it. The Trojans pick it up for Carrero. Digs. He'll bump it out to McCauley. McCauley with a shot just wide. Carrero. Puck on the far boards. Gliding behind the net. He got squashed like a love bug in a windshield. And then he trips somebody. He trips a Trojan up along the near boards. Carrero lays a hit. He picks up the puck. It comes right back out to Dewberry. Dewberry with a shot. Tipped by Carrero. Didn't get all the way to the net before it hit a Trojan knee pad. Warney with the puck. Takes it out. Holding. He sends it in. On the near boards, McCauley, the captain. He'll send it to Carrero had the puck there. Back to the point, Fuller with the shot. Warby with a shot. Just off the side of the cage. McCauley on the far boards.
30 seconds left to play here, period number 1. 2-1 Dolphins, and the Dolphins making a lot of noise here right now. Deep in Thamesford end.
A slash for, I believe, a Trojan. No, they're taking Warby for a slash. His second of the game. And the coach is with him in the dressing room. 2 penalties in 20 minutes of hockey. That's not good.
Now here's James Toy from the point across to Lumini. Lumini feeds it down in the corner. Back to Lumini at the point. Long shot. And Lindner makes the save.
I think it was loose when they blew the whistle, but they couldn't see the puck. Because then he turned around and picked it up. And it's all the way down the ice. That should end this first period of hockey. Yeah, it'll end the first period of hockey.
So that'll wrap up period number 1. 2-1 Dolphins after 1. Jordan, tell us about, just real quick, we'll update the scoreboard for you. Elmer 1, Mount Bridges nothing. That's the only other score so far. Jordan, tell us what we got coming up.
more good hockey, I guess. What else could you say? It's been a great game so far. 3 penalties so far. So
Dolphin Hockey on the
decently
Dolphin
clean.
Radio Network, brought to you by Bill Blaney Insurance Brokers. We'll be back in 10 minutes with period number 2.